And we have breaking news. Right now, the criminal justice campus and Marion County courts are completely shut down due to a water main break on the near northeast side. Take a look at this. This is drone video of the scene near East 22nd Street and Dr. Andrew J. Brown. You can see flooding from that water main break. It is also causing major traffic issues in the area. As you can see, it is just massive. Water everywhere. We are working right now to learn how many customers are being impacted by this. We also have a crew on the way to the scene, and we will bring you additional updates as they become available. So we have somebody on the scene right now. We have a full crew headed to the scene right now, in addition, and we will continue to stay on top of this breaking news. Well, welcome in here. I'm Felicia Lawrence, and we know that we have spots of rain moving through central Indiana over the next several days. Rob Ellis is here, and he's been walking us through it all week long.
Yeah, we've got some scattered showers. They're starting to the west. We're going to see that really kind of overspread the area over the next several hours. It's going to become an unsettled pattern over the next several days. So you'll have off and on rain chances. You'll have some nice parts of the day, too. I think you're going to enjoy really tomorrow afternoon. But let's start with where we are outside. We've seen some sunshine early, but if you're in Indy, I think you've got some of these clouds really filtering in, and the locations are moving up into the 50s, some of you into the upper 50s. You see Terre Haute there is reporting rain, and it is the location where we've seen that rain move in a little bit more quickly. There you see just a line of showers that are trying to move in. Most of these showers, they're going to continue moving to the east. We're likely going to see these continue advancing. We're not expecting any severe weather with this. The real impacts of this aren't necessarily very strong, just a good soaking rain for some of those locations from Covington down to, say, Rockville. As far as the forecast, next 8 hours, expect rain chances for just about everyone. All of that is moving east. Temperatures will stay into the 50s. We will see several batches of rain. The first one arrives sometime through this evening. Then we may get a break before the next batch moves in sometime overnight tonight. Tomorrow, how about mid-70s? I'll talk about that part of the forecast coming up. Felicia?
All right, thank you so much, Rob. We appreciate that. And right now, a child is recovering after he was hit by a car on the south side of Indianapolis. And he is not the only young person recovering this month from that kind of accident. Now a local group called Safe Streets Indy is sounding the alarm. The founder says in the past 30 days, 10 kids have been hit by vehicles. Our Logan Gay took a look at the numbers and talked with community members who are now sharing their concerns.
This is a citywide problem, and it does happen everywhere.
Eric Holt with Safe Streets Indy says the 10 kids struck by vehicles in the past 30 days lived in areas across Indianapolis.
Indianapolis is very clearly in a street safety crisis, and that affects everyone. People walking, biking, people on motorcycles, in cars.
He says with summer on the way, everyone needs to be paying closer attention.
As the temperatures warm up, more people are getting outside. And I think, what tends to happen is that drivers kind of get a little complacent, especially over the winter. They're not used to and expecting to see, as many people out walking and biking.
The latest incident happening at the Southside apartment complex. It's located right across the street from a playground. Neighbors tell me the complex has had a speeding problem for years. Holt says he hates hearing stories like this, especially when they involve children.
Kids just want to be kids. They just want to be outside, play with their friends, ride their bikes. And it's becoming harder and harder for them to do that safely on our streets. And I think that's just a real tragedy that kids can't just be kids. These days.
According to Safe Streets Indy data, 8 of the 10 victims were taken to local hospitals. At least 3 of these incidents involved a hit-and-run driver. 4 victims were riding bikes when they were struck, and 4 of the incidents were classified as involving serious bodily injury. And just on Monday, police arrested a woman on the west side for allegedly driving drunk and hitting a 14-year-old and driving away. The teen is now recovering at home with a broken leg. Incidents like this is why Holt is urging the city to take more action. Because if not, he worries what may happen next.
I hate it, but I think it's very highly likely that we will see, more kids seriously injured and killed if we don't start really tackling this in a concrete and actionable way.
All right, thanks to Logan Gay reporting there. Now, just last month, Indy's Vision Zero Task Force met for the first time since October, and the group is tasked with making it safer for pedestrians and bike riders in the Circle City. And they have the goal of eliminating traffic deaths completely and severe injuries as well in Marion County by the year 2035. You heard that horn there. This was caught on camera, the terrifying moment that a car drives around a school bus in northern Indiana. It almost hit two kids as they were trying to board the bus. This incident happened just feet away from the family's home last Tuesday in St. Joseph County. The child's mother now speaking out to make sure similar incidents like this don't happen again. So look at this video. This is the video that was captured by the school bus's security camera. A red car can be seen swerving around the bus on the right side of your screen. Stacy Zimmerman says her kids were just trying to board their school bus as normal when the near miss occurred. She said after seeing the video herself, she was furious.
Extremely angry and surprised, because who does that, for one? You know, like, it is extremely negligent. It really upset me.
Yes, protect our babies here. Penn Harris Madison school officials say these incidents are just all too common.
We've seen a trend here recently, the last couple of years. In the school year of 23-24, we averaged about 14 stop arm violations a month. Unfortunately, this year that's increased from August to January. We've averaged approximately 30.
Now, according to our media partners in South Bend, police have arrested a driver in connection to this incident, and she is facing 2 counts of criminal recklessness. And right now, police are investigating a deadly crash on the southeast side of Indianapolis. This all unfolded just before 7 o'clock last night near Raymond Street and Sherman Drive. So this wreck involves a motorcycle and another vehicle. We're working now to learn what may have led to this collision. And police are looking for 2 more people who are now charged in that recent bust of the Sur 13 gang. Metro Police tell us arrest warrants are active for 16-year-old Anthony Nanez and Freddie Martinez. Court records say that this is Nanez reposing with guns on his social media. Both are charged with criminal organization activity with a firearm. A week ago, police arrested 7 men across the city they believe are members of the Sur 13 gang, which claims allegiance to the Mexican mafia. Court records say gang members used social media to sell guns and drugs. And plans are now in place to file a lawsuit against the Martinsville School District. This after police say a former teacher had group sex with students. Legal documents allege the Metropolitan School District of Martinsville ignored red flags and allowed Brittany Fortenberry to remain employed despite inappropriate behavior. Right now, Fortenberry is facing dozens of criminal charges. Investigators accuse Fortenberry of drugging boys, forcing them to have sex, and paying hundreds of dollars for explicit pictures. We talked to the lawyer representing one of the alleged victims.
When there's smoke, there's fire. And these cases, unfortunately, is all about grooming the kids. And that's what she did, using her job, displaying this for others to see, including other school officials, the principal, and then, of course, her job history.
According to the law firm, 10 boys between the ages of 13 and 16 were abused by Fortenberry while working as a substitute teacher for Martinsville schools. So we got a statement from the district saying they did conduct a full background check, which showed no criminal activity. She also worked for Eminence Community Schools. A spokesperson there says Fortenberry was suspended following these misconduct allegations. Also in Martinsville, the Hoosier Environmental Council just filed a lawsuit over concerns about contaminated water. The lawsuit names the Indiana Department of Environmental Management and an AES-owned power plant, and it claims the plant releases untreated wastewater into a stretch of the White River. Lawyers for the group say that section is upstream of Martinsville municipal wells that provide the city's drinking water. So we reached out to IDEM about the lawsuit. A spokesperson says they do not comment on pending litigation. And a group here in Indy is hoping to rethink the city's interstates and neighborhoods. Last night, the group met with community members hoping to get their input on the future of the Southeast Side. Well, the focus, the Virginia Avenue area near the south split of I-65 and 70. Right now, the Rethink Coalition is conducting a Reconnecting Communities planning study. People got the chance to share their visions and talk things out there.
It's incredibly important because I know if this were I don't live in this neighborhood, but if this were my neighborhood and this might happen in my neighborhood, I'd want to have a say in it.
Right now, this study is funded by a federal grant from the Department of Transportation. If you cannot make tonight's workshop, you can always share your thoughts on the Rethink Coalition's website.